I want to talk about Netflix games and whether or not Netflix games is it or Netflix's IP library is going to benefit them more so in gaming than many of us would first come to think. Now, for those who don't know, Netflix actually owns such a large IP portfolio across all forms of media. It's actually insane. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, Netflix owns the rights to obviously gaming franchises like Oxenfree and Afterparty. They own the rights to the Millarworld comic library, which includes Jupiter's Legacy, Super Crooks, and among others, among other different IPs. They don't own Kick-Ass, unfortunately, but they do own quite a few different uh, what's it? They quite a few different comic lines thanks to that acquisition. They also own stuff such as well, I'm trying. Wow, they also own the Roald Dahl library, which Roald Dahl's obviously a weird one in my opinion because obviously it's Roald Dahl, and Roald Dahl's obviously quite quite a weird thing for Netflix to own anyway because obviously it's Roald Dahl, and Roald Dahl, you know, he died like 30 years ago. But yeah, to me, it's just kind of crazy that Netflix actually owns so much stuff because obviously, as gamers, we don't really see what Netflix owns because alongside that they also own stuff like Rebel Moon, which for those that know is an upcoming. There's obviously an upcoming big budget sci-fi film, which was originally based on a Star Wars script, which Zack Snyder wrote, but obviously it's since been cancelled at Disney and is now being moved over to Netflix as a different IP. But they have obviously stuff like that. They own a huge children's library, a huge library of children's shows and movies, which to me is pretty cool as well, because obviously children's shows and children's movies are obviously a huge thing that Netflix can do. They can obviously adapt a load of children's IPs as games, like Storybots to start with, and then move on to other ones. But yeah, I, I just think the whole situation is kind of cool because obviously Netflix has tons of different IPs they can adapt and work with, and there's just so much they can do. Netflix can just do so much when it comes to their huge library of IP. So, will they do more with gaming? And what do I think will get games next? Well, obviously we know Rebel Moon's getting a game. We know a bunch of other IPs are getting games, like Extraction's getting a game. Personally, I would like to see Charlie and Chocolate Factory get a game. I've made a video on this in the past before, but I do think Charlie and Chocolate Factory is it's just a dead ringer for a game. It'd be a great thing to obviously Netflix to acquire, and it'd be kind of, or Netflix already owns it, but it's something that Netflix could obviously adapt into a very similar game. So a game along the lines of like Idle Tycoon, where you can just obviously play through the game, and basically just have a good time. How do I think about this? But like, what was I going to say? How do I see it this way? Also, Challenge of Factory, obviously, I think Storybots is a dead ringer for a game as well. It'd help Netflix get into the more family friendly, kid friendly entertainment space when it comes to gaming, because gaming on Netflix is mostly aimed at adults currently. So, alongside obviously Storybots, they could also do stuff with, I don't know, the Sea Beast. They could do stuff with a ton of other shows and movies alongside the Roald Dahl books, alongside other titles in Netflix's portfolio. I think the whole thing would just be kind of cool. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. What IPs do you want to see from Netflix get turned into games? I'll leave a link to my Cloud Dosage News article down below if you want to check out that. Anyway, I've been NG and I'm signing out. Peace.